Blessings, everyone, and welcome to Body Rhythms. I'm sure by now you've gotten accustomed to my little shimmy dance that I do whenever I say the word rhythms. That is my body getting involved in the conversation. So today's topic is body language, how we non-verbally communicate to ourselves and to others. I believe that body language is the universal language, and I'm going to tell you why. When we're born, up until we're about 2 years old, or some even before, until we learn verbal communication, we use our bodies and we rely on our bodies to get our instincts about the world and to, as I said, to communicate with our families to get what we need. So up until that time, we're managing actually pretty well, and like I said, we're in tune with our instincts. But it's not until we've learned to communicate verbally that we lose touch with our bodies. And I think that if we're aware that our bodies communicate, we'll take a little better care and we'll listen to them a little more. Right now, most people, when they get an ache or pain in their body, they run to a doctor. They don't listen to what their body is telling them. Our bodies tell us everything that we need to know about taking care of it. When our lips are chapped, that's letting us know we're dehydrated. If we get a headache, dehydration. If we get those hunger pains, we've got to eat. So, if we start yawning and our brain is calling for more oxygen, we most likely need to sleep. But like I said, what happens is once we master verbal language, we give up relying on those innate cues, on our body cues and our body signals. So I just wanted to talk quickly today about what those body signals are so that we know what to look for and why it's important. We express ourselves with our bodies in 4 different ways. The first is facial expression. With a smile, you convey happiness. Our facial expressions are the indicators of our emotion. The next way that we communicate is with hand gestures. With the hand gesture, that's like a punctuation to a facial expression. Let's say you combine the two. So that, it just adds punctuation to my facial expression. The next way that we communicate is with head movement. If I'm back, I'm like, I'm not really sure. Or if I lean in to the side, it's like, hey, I'm really listening to you now. If I nod up and down, you know that I am in agreement. If I shake my head, you know that I'm not in agreement. And finally, we have body movement. So that if I'm open and out, then you know that I am communicating confidence and security, maybe even strength. Whereas if I'm crossing my arms, that's going to indicate more insecurity or not so much an openness or not even a willingness to hear what you're saying. I'm kind of guarded. When you communicate with your body, that's more an inner reflection. That communicates how you feel about yourself. So that if you're walking around and your shoulders are out, you're communicating an air of confidence. You're letting the world know that you inside feel confident, strong, and ready for the world. And the opposite is true, of course, too. So that if you're walking through and your shoulders are kind of slumped down and your eyes are down on the ground, you're not really communicating confidence at all. In fact, you're communicating the complete opposite. You're communicating insecurity and fear, maybe even doubt. Within those 4 forms of expression, universally, there are 7 emotions that we can express without uttering a word, just by using one of those 4 or even a combination of all of those 4. And so the first one would be happiness. just by smiling and your eyes twinkling, someone knows right away that you're happy. So that the moment that you see my smile, even if I uttered no word, before I even say blessings, once you see my smile, you already know that. Sadness, the same way, by using your eyes. If your eyes are watery or teary and you're looking down, your face might not, you won't have a smile. If you're sad, you'll be frowning. I'm sorry, I can't really fake a sad face because I'm too happy, but your face might be frowning down. Your shoulders might be in there. We can also convey fear. And fear might be, you're looking away from the object that you're fearful of. Your hands may be up in protection mode. Our hands, by the way, in addition to expressing most of our emotions along with our face, are tools, are our body's personal tools. And so we often use them as shields. We can also convey boredom with our bodies without having to say a word, just by our, a combination of the four. Those all convey boredom. We could convey fear by using a combination, or even just without uttering a word. We can also convey anger. And anger, you lean in because you want to show that you're ready to, to take on whatever is making you angry. We can convey disgust. And that usually involves, gestures, motioning away. We don't want the thing that is being presented to us. So we pull away our heads. We pull away our heads and we motion with our hands to go away. That's disgust. And there's surprise. And surprise, why is any of this important? Let's say you're going on a job interview. Now, you got the skills, you got the resume. You get in there, you see some of your peers, you might even know some of the people, and you say, I know I'm more skillful. I know I got this job. And, you see them coming in, their chest is all out, and you're like, I got them. Now it's your turn. You go in there, and you're sitting down at the table, and, you're a little nervous now, and you got your arms crossed in front of you, and you might be biting your nails, or you might be fidgeting or moving your foot under the table. And now you've given off an air to the interviewer that you're not really secure with who you are. Whether or not you have the skills for the job or not, they didn't even get to that. They're just going off of your body language. So that's why it may be important to know what kind of cues and signals your body gives off if you're communicating with other people. And we are social beings, and so it's important to know that without uttering a word, we still communicate, and we need to know what it is that we are communicating. I feel that once we learn and master verbal language, we stop looking for and listening to the physical cues. That's why it's so easy for us to be lied to. But the thing about lying is that when you hear a lie, your body reacts to it. And the reason why is because something in that person's lie gave off the truth. The one thing that our bodies can't do is lie. Now, we can override the facial expressions and, and force ourselves to portray emotions of sadness or anger like actors do, but they practice that. And it goes against everything in our nature. It goes against everything in our brain. And because it goes against it, that split second where it went against, if you're in tune to it, you can catch someone in a lie, you can catch them in a falsehood, you can catch them in a moments of insecurity. But again, you have to be in tune to it. And let's say you're going out on a date and you've been going on a string of dates, and no matter what, no matter how much you like the person, no matter what outfit you wear, you're just not getting that second date, and you're not understanding why. And just that insecurity or that uncertainty alone may have you going to the date acting in ways that you're not getting that second date. So it's important to be mindful of what it is that your body is portraying. If you ever want to show that you're confident, and even if you're not feeling it right away, just pull your shoulders back, and you'd be surprised at how much it helps your confidence level. Just pull your shoulders back, put a smile on, and lead with your best foot. That's what they always say, lead with your best foot. You want to be certain that your first impression is your best impression and also your truest impression. Even without speaking, your body is communicating non-verbally. And you want to be sure that what you feel and what you're trying to express is in line and in sync with, and it's that way that you can communicate effectively. So that was basically it. Just having a little fun with our bodies, enough information to get you curious enough to look up. And in case you didn't know, the study of body language is called kinesics, and you can look it up. It's really some interesting things. You'd be surprised of how many communications we give off during the day unknowingly, how many little indicators and clues to our true sentiments we really give off without knowing. So again, thank you for watching my video. If you like my YouTube video, by all means like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Encourage your friends and family to be a part of our higher frequency loop. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like me to cover, send me a message in the comments below. I answer and respond to all of my comments. Thank you again for watching, and blessings.